He's opening
Here
the door
comes
right
the
there.
run. With a head of steam moving to the outside his chin. Richie says it can't be done. Tony Shallen says turn on the reggae music. If you're going to pass me, you're going to do it high.
There is just one more lap remaining, and look how close Modoff is. He got the slipstream.
There we go. 2 laps to settle it in the Blue Emu Firecracker 400. Whatever you got to give it now. Back to green we go.
On the final lap, side by side, they still run wheel to wheel. Now, through the snake, the S as we go. Quaro edges ahead. Modoff is still there.
White flag, one more to go on the Daytona 250. Kepler leads that lap. Who's going to lead the last one?
To the line, look at that. Dave Chapman, he's going to send it around the outside final corner. Has he got it done?
Continuing to go side by side for the lead through 3 and 4, and they manage it safely. Now through 5.
And hunting for a way by
Side
it
by
all.
side.
Round 2 between Phil Sellinger and Gold.
To the outside. White flag is out side by side. They make contact in the turn number 1.
Ooh, gets him onto the grass. Now down to the inside. Andy T, a little bit of a wiggle and the perfect crossover there from Polly Parton to defend the position. Andy T totally sideways. They're still sideways going into Siberia.
And getting ready to cross. He goes around the outside, but it's not enough.
Edens up the racetrack. Car broke down the track. A photo finish. James Edens wins it.
It's still 4 abreast into the braking zone. This is sensational racing.
And here comes Bowden. It's going to be a drag race to the end. That's side by side. Who gets it?
Williams tries to cover him off, but once again, pulling the over-under. Daniel Morad is going to win with a last quarter pass.
Newsom's coming up right there. By the corner. It's going to be
Hollander's going to come back at him. It's going to be a race to the line. Does he have enough? Down to it.
And they're wrecking in 3. Here comes Michael Cozy Jr. Michael Cozy Jr.'s got the lead.
He looks to the inside, side by side for the race lead. Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Daytona International Speedway for Race Wrap Guys Cup Series Crawford Duels here at Daytona, right here on the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. And we are also want to put out a big, huge thank you to Whiplash Sim Cams for all the beautiful views you are about to see here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and joining with me here probably at some point is going to be a really cool guy, Matt Metler. He will be racing in the second duel race here tonight, as we are going to get ready to go racing here at Daytona. We've got just about 2.5 minutes or so left before we're going to line up for the duels. The way this is going to work down, 2 drivers are absolutely in the race here today, or going to be starting on the pole, I should say. And that's going to be that number 67 machine of Greg Wood here in the first race. Greg Wood, driver of that number 67, as he turns that number 12 machine of Brett Bullard right in front of him. But he will be bringing the field to the green flag for heat race number 1. And over in heat race number 2, Chris Darling will lead the field to the green flag in heat race number 2. So we got about 17 drivers in each split here today that are going to duke it out for 25 laps to determine the starting lineup for next week's Crawford 325 right here on the iCast Racing Network. As you see, Brett Bullard just flying down pit road at the moment and hard into the wall. Well, I mean, you might as well go ahead and get all the shakes out before we go green flag racing here today. I mean, it's going to be a very, very long race here, guys. It's 25 laps. To a point, it is long, but it's short at the same time. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup. Starting on the pole is going to be Greg Wood, followed by Noah Jackson to his outside. Brock Whitehead will be on the inside row number 2 with Tim Henderson. Row 3 is going to be Caleb Collins and Ryan White. Matt Davies and Brett Bullard will make up row number 4. Row number 5, Wes Fuller and Charles Whitehead. Row number 6, you got CJ Papa and Thad Teasley making up row number 6. Row number 7, Tyler Bentley and Joseph Graval. I knew I was going to mess that one up. Johnny Williams and Ryan Catalano will make up row number 8, and rounding out your field is going to be Matt Davies coming in that 17th spot. And we're going to go ahead and get these cars rolling out here on the speedway. And let's get those race cars turned up just a little bit here. Not sure why it's so quiet all of a sudden. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Wood is bringing the field down the back straightaway. Noah Jackson in that number 87 again is going to be to his outside. Tonight we are anticipating a lot of really good, fun racing. And just want to also thank a couple of our sponsors. Top It Off Hot Sauce Company for all of your hot sauce needs. Whiplash Sim Cams as well, giving you all the beautiful views that you're going to be seeing here today. That qualifying should not be in there. Let me change that. But we'll do that under the first caution, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a first caution, as we are now green flag racing for duel number 1 here for the EOL Cup Series, as we have a big stack up on the start near the end of the field, as we have 3 cars currently running 3 wide back there already at the start. A big checkup on the inside, I believe it was, that got everybody all over the place. But right now, Greg Wood has the current race lead as they fly down this back straightaway. Getting a really good push here by Brock Whitehead as they head up into the banking of turns 3 and 4 for the very first time. That 87 Noah Jackson trying to get back towards the front here, and he's being pushed by Tyler Bentley over in that number 55 machine. Flying down the front short shoot here once again, up here into turns 1 and 2. Now your race leaders are side by side for the race lead here, as is Brock Whitehead and Tyler Bentley in that number 55. And everybody is now going to be running side by side. Oh, we got trouble in the back. That number 4 is around. Charles Whitehead, and that number 40 is involved here as well. And that's going to bring out our caution for the first time here today. Definitely not what these guys wanted to see early on here in the race. But let's go ahead and go back. Let's take a look and see if we can see what happened to Charles Whitehood and Adam Stewart. So it looked like that 92 of Ryan Catalano just got a run there and got into the rear of Adam Stewart, which in turn got into Charles Whitehead here on the back straightaway. Let's come back here. Yeah, just like that. That's how fast it all happens here. Really good heads-up driving there by a couple drivers. I think that's Thad Teasley in that number 33 machine. Let's go back and right on board here with Thad Teasley in that number 33 machine. Oh, that was close. Really good miss there for Thad Teasley, and that's going to actually put him up into the 13th spot. So definitely a really good good miss there by Thad. Joe, it is an honor to meet you as well. Your son, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. So tell me if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Grijalva, correct? And while we're talking about Joseph in that number 22 machine, he is running for Southern Grip Motorsports, but rocking out that no, I don't want to say that name. It's a right. No, I'm kidding. Redline Racing Network, another really good company over there. Got you guys, you know, Redline. I've got a couple really good buddies that run Redline. So, hats off to you guys. Awesome, yes sir. That's great. Beautiful. Oh, let me take care of that logo real quick while we are under this caution, because that logo should not be in there. Let's take a look here. All right. So there's just going to be a little tiny space in between the logos up top, so. But we're going to get ready to go back green flag racing here. We're going to get the one to go this next time by Greg Wood, Brock Whitehead. Going to go ahead and get themselves all doubled up here on the front straightaway. I don't know why I don't have all that set up. Well then. As we take a look at the field from the back of the pace car. What a really awesome view here of Greg Wood and Brock Whitehead. And it looks like Matt Davies in the number 32 was not able to get his race car fired up, so he's not currently showing out here on track. All right. And here comes the field out of turn number 4. The pace car is going to be pulling down this time by. Pace car is off. And the green flag waves here once again, presented by Milwaukee, as the outside lane of that number 31 and 72 really quickly nose to tail, but the 31 gets stuck to the outside as the 72 ditches, and now he's going to make a run to the outside of Noah Jackson. I'm not sure how well that's going to work out for Caleb Collins as he comes flying down the outside here of your race leaders. Oh, trouble already. Noah Jackson in that 87. He's going for a ride here on the back straightaway. But we are going to stay green flag racing here at Daytona as the field will come out of turn number 4. These drivers are now starting to dice and move, and a little touch in here on the front straightaway now between Tyler Bentley and Greg Wood for the race lead as that outside lane is trying to make momentum. They're looking to go 3 wide, but that 21 machine of Tim Henderson thought better of it as they go ahead and stick themselves back single file lines out to the back straightaway, flying down the back stretch. That outside lane's trying to make something happen with Greg Wood getting a little bit of a separation between himself and I believe that's the 72 there of Caleb Collins. A little bit of separation there, but they're going to go ahead and pull in front of that 55, and now that top lane is starting to fall back to that 3rd place to run side by side with Ryan Catalano in that number 92 machine. As the field will enter up here into turns number 1 and 2. That number 92 machine, Ryan Catalano, all by himself. Now here comes Tyler Bentley back to his back bumper. Now 4 cars in line on the outside. Let's see what they can do using that side draft. Getting really close to that inside lane, trying to slow that inside lane down as they come down the back straightaway. Up into the banking once again here of turns 3 and 4. And now your top 4 on the inside has been able to get it clear. The 92 goes up high, leaves the door open for the 55, and Tyler Bentley to make his way around him. Not working out for them as the moment, as Bentley, he will fall all the way back to that 8th spot and continues to drop here on heading up here into turns 1 and 2. But as of right now, your top 7 are now single file, and it's all being led by Greg Wood in that number 67 machine. That outside lane has pretty much dissipated as they will head up here into turns 3 and 4 here once again. Nobody really trying to make a move at the moment. But now we've got side-by-side racing back here in the back. Ryan Consolano is on the inside here of the 55 as they are going to go 3 wide all the way back here in the back. And they will start to get themselves now single file back here in the back. Tyler Bentley finally able to get down in front of that number 13 of CJ Papa as they enter turns 1 and 2. And now the whole entire field will run single file here on the back straightaway. Devil Charger is saying, let's go 92 and 22. The 92 of Ryan Catalano, the 22 of Joseph Grialva, as they will continue to run single file here on the front straightaway, being led by Greg Wood in that number 67 machine. No one just yet willing to step out as we have 15 laps to go in duel number 1 as they climb up back here into the high banks of 1 and 2. Let's ride on board now here with Adam Stewart as he climbs up the bankings here in turns 3 and 4. You can really hear him playing with the throttle, but he is actually staying up full speed with these guys. The only one using up fuel at this moment really is going to be Greg Wood and Caleb Collins, your first and second spots. And they climb up here in turns 1 and 2 once again. As of right now, it is going to be all about survival as they fly down this back straightaway, biding their time. They want to make the right moves at the right time. So that's going to be definitely be one of the very interesting parts as they come out of turn number 4 here. Drivers up here in turns 1 and 2 once again as we follow along with them now coming down the back straightaway. Trying to find a really cool camera to use. Hang on. Let's try to get a good look at the field coming out of turn number 4 here into the tri-oval. They continue to run single file now here on the back straightaway. Greg Wood, Caleb Collins, Brett Bullard, Wes Fuller, Adam Stewart, Thad Teasley, Joseph Grialva, Charles Whitehead, Brock Whitehead, and Ryan White. That will round out your top 10 for the moment as we catch these drivers come through the tri-oval here. I absolutely love that sound when they go flying past those camera shots. They are finally starting to catch up to Noah Jackson in that number 87 machine, who is now come across the start-finish line. And so that's going to jumble everybody up just a little bit here as they go to put Noah 1 lap down. Remember, Noah took that wild ride just probably about 10 laps ago or so, as he will go ahead and go high for your race leaders as they come out of turn number 2. And just so you guys get a general idea of how fast these drivers are going, he's going to stay high while everybody goes freight training right behind him. As you see that he's actually trying to use that side draft to gain some speed so he can possibly fall in line here, as he is currently looking to fall in line, but nobody's really giving up that line for him. So he's just going to have to tap onto the back end of the field here as they climb up here through turns 1 and 2 once again. Back up here with your 4th place runner of Wes Fuller for Titletown Racing. All right, these guys are coming around now for 8 laps to go around this 2.5 monster super speedway of Daytona. There is now movement starting to happen back here in the back as they take it 3 wide between the 34, the 21, and I believe that was the 92 back there trying to get into the mix here as well, as they will go ahead and come down the back straightaway. That middle lane now trying to form as they are throwing, looks like Charles Whitehead to the back of the field. And he's going to tag on in that number 40 Coors Light Toyota Camry, as he's going to just tack on to that 55 machine of Tyler Bentley. And now here comes that outside lane trying to make something happen. Ryan White, it looks like he is that second car on the... Oh, no, he's definitely not up there. Nope. So that's going to be the 21 and the 33 leading the outside lane. So Thad Teasley, he's going to try to make it work on the outside as that inside lane gets a little bit squirrely there. And they are now approaching Johnny Williams as he drops down and allows everybody to go by. And that's going to put another car 1 lap down here at Daytona for the first duel race. And now that outside lane is absolutely flying. Brett Bullard from Long Beach, Missouri. He is looking to make something happen on that outside lane. He will lead this lap. Contact trouble in the tri-oval. The 72 Caleb Collins is around. CJ Papa's around. The 34. The 31 here is involved as well. Who else? Oh, 1 car absolutely nowhere to go. That's going to be that 4 of Adam Stewart. And that's going to bring out our caution here with just a few more laps to go. That number 4 of Adam Stewart absolutely torn to pieces. Let's go back just a little bit more. Let's try to get a better look here and see what happened. So just coming into the tri-oval. That 4 goes up way high there, and that opens up the door for the 33 of Thad Teasley. So the 33, he sneaks down, he gets into the 72, and that brings the 72 up into the 4. And then everybody else is just in for the ride. Hard contact there between a few more drivers. Just absolute pure chaos ensuing here on the front straightaway. And it all starts here at the start-finish line. Contacts made, and you just see everybody going all over the place. Very hard hits for quite a few of these drivers, but some of these drivers were able to snake their way through it, it seemed. So definitely very unfortunate there for those drivers. But right now, Brett Bullard in that number 12 machine, he is out front. Followed by Greg Wood, Wes Fuller, Thad Teasley, and Tyler Bentley. That they will make up your top 5 when we go back green flag racing here at Daytona. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, after this race, we will go over to duel race number 2, as we have actually quite a few drivers going to come down pit road now. Let's take a look here and see what these guys plan on doing. We see drivers getting 2 tires. Anybody opting for 4? Yeah, some people are going to be opting for 4 tires here, as these drivers are going to get ready to start rolling out of the pits now. As you see, Thad Teasley, he's pulling away that 40 machine. Charles Whitehead pulling away. And now here comes everybody else out of the pits, followed by Tyler Bentley in that number 55. Greg Wood in that number 67 Toyota. This driver will bring the field to the green flag next week when we go for the Crawford 325 right here at Daytona. And this race will start, will determine the inside starting row of the race. Lights are off on the iRacing pace car, and it looks like we're just gonna have just a couple short laps to go when we go back green flag racing here. So everything now is about to get intense, and everything's gonna start to get picked up. Matt Mettler's up here in the booth with us. How you doing, Matt? Matt Miller, mic up in the booth. Got a copy.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
What is going on, brother? I know you are getting ready for your duel race number 2. What's your plans heading into the second duel, and what's your mindset?
I'll tell you what, man, this is kind of like a reboot. This is something I haven't seen yet during my tenure in EOL. You kind of have the rebirth of the founding fathers in this league, if you will, and some really good talent. I haven't been around in quite some time. Obviously, you evolve as you race. A lot of unknowns, a lot of question marks. I'm sure your race has been rowdy. It's had a lot of action. I've peeked in from time to time, but I think the game plan is simple. It's the duels. Go out there and send it. Have fun, try to see who's who and what's what, but only 25 laps. That's a very small sample size. You just try to learn all you can, and hopefully you run all the laps, and then you go back to the drawing board and reset for Daytona. So I think that's the game plan. Just go out there, let it eat, have fun, and try to learn about the guys that you haven't been around for a little bit of time, and see what you can formulate for the 500, or in our case, our 65% length race.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are back green flag racing, Matt, I'm going to go and throw you back down into the waiting room, and we'll see you next race.
Sounds good, brother. Have a great call.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Matt Miller. He'll be joining us later on next heat race. But right now, we got to get through this heat race as we have 2 laps to go. Right now, Greg Wood, Brett Bullard, they will drag race down the back straightaway. Who is going to give them the best push? We have one car looking to go 3 wide on the outside lane. It is all or nothing now for these drivers to determine that inside lane. The 72 gets pushed way out. That's Caleb Collins. He's all going to run around the outside, come back down further back. That 13 is CJ Papa. He's trying to make something happen on the outside lane there as they enter into the trial of 1 lap to go here for dual race number 1 for the Race Wrap Guys Cup Series to determine the inside starting order. Contact! The 22 is around. Huge trouble back here in the back. A lot of chaos now ensued back here on the back straightaway. Or I'm sorry, up in turns 1 and 2, but now back on the back straightaway. CJ Papa looking to make it happen on the outside. Or I'm sorry, on the inside, right behind the 12 of Brett Bullard. The 33 up top, dropping back. 5, 6 cars remaining here. Here comes CJ Papa. He is looking for the race win here as it comes down to it. 3 wide at the line. Here comes... no, it's not going to get it done. It's going to be Brett Bullard in that number 12 machine. He will take home the race win, followed by Greg Wood in that number 67 machine, and Wes Fuller in that number 35. He will bring it home in that 3rd spot. Very unfortunate for those drivers that got caught up in that issue. Let's go back just a little bit more. And let's try to digest everything that just happened here. So Charles Whitehead, he kind of got down, got a push from the 92. That sent the 22 around of Grijalva, and that just brings everybody 4 or 5 wide there. And just very unfortunate for all these drivers here caught up on the final lap. So definitely very unfortunate there for those drivers, as they will need to, well, they did race their way back. And before we get down to it, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and go over your race results. There we go. Alrighty, so that's definitely not the results I'm looking for. Am I not allowed to have my race results? Give me. There it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Bullard takes over the race win. Greg Wood will come home 2nd. Wes Fuller will bring it home 3rd. CJ Papa 4th. Tim Henderson will bring it home 5th. Thad Teasley will bring it home 6th. Ryan Catalano will bring it home 7th. Johnny Williams 8th. Tyler Bentley will bring it home 9th. 10th is going to be Ryan White. Brock Whitehead will bring it home in that 11th spot. 12th is going to be Joseph Grijalva, Charles Whitehead, Noah Jackson, Caleb Collins, Adam Stewart, Matt Davies will round out your field here for heat race number 1. And before we disappear and head off to heat race duel number 2, let's see if we can get a quick word with our race winner and top 3 if they wish. All right, let's start off here with Wes Fuller, driver of that number 35 machine. Wes, you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going absolute phenomenally. Man, talk about that last lap. Coming home 3rd. How was this duel, and what does this do for your confidence heading into next week?
It sure does, it sure does raise the confidence quite a bit. Of course, we got some great teammates between the TTR and SMR guys. With me and Brett and Greg there, we were pretty much working together. It sucks that Caleb got taken out. Because I think we had a dang good shot of getting 1 through 4. Um, Man, my heart's pumping like crazy now. That was intense. um, that was a lot of fun. We're just trying to work together, we're really trying to be 1 through 3 and just trying to make sure that that happened. And we're just trying to like sort it all out. And I was working with Greg there, and then Greg went up high, and I thought about the only chance of maybe us getting 1 through 3 or having a shot at it would be going with Brett and giving him that push. And lo and behold, it worked out.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you guys' favor. And so this is actually gonna put you and Brett, nose to tail at the start of the race next week. And so it's always good to have a teammate in front of you, and we wish you a lot of luck for next week.
It is. It's always great to have teammates around. We usually try to find each other around throughout the race, trying to work together and everything. And it definitely puts most of us in a good spot.
Definitely. Alrighty, Wes, I'm gonna go ahead and throw you back down. Congratulations on your third place
All right, thank
tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to all the boys at TTR and Pest Busters and Franklin Roofing and Gutters, and all of our team sponsors.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the third place, and again, we'll see you next week, bud.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, third place of Wes Fuller. Let's go ahead and bring up your pole sitter, but second place finisher up today, Greg Wood. Greg, do you got a copy?
Sure do, sir.
Greg, last week you put down an incredible lap time to get yourself on the pole for next week. You come out here today, dominate the race, lose it pretty much on the final lap, but either way, you're starting on the pole next week. How's this momentum help you go into next week?
Oh yeah, like we discussed last week. I mean, team orders were tonight to get the teammates the best finishes possible. I mean, Caleb got wrecked, but it was a TTR SMR 1-2-3 finish, and so mission accomplished. And then yeah, I was fast out front. I told the guys, I was like, I'm staying out front. You're not going to catch me dropping to the back in this thing. So stayed out front. Plan was to control the lanes and everything there towards the end, and we got control of them. Then they had a big wreck in the back, and all in all, I mean, I went for the win, but I knew if I didn't get out from behind Brett, there was no chance for West to finish third. So the main goal was 1-2-3 finish, and that's what we did.
Yeah, definitely an absolute beautiful finish for the teams. And is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out before I let you go today?
Shout out for his glory. All glory to God. Couldn't do any of this without him. Thank you for hosting this on the broadcast channel, and thank you to all my teammates at SMR and TTR, and look forward to next week.
Absolutely, definitely my honor to do this for you guys, and we'll see you next week. Congratulations on second, and just have a grand old ball next week.
Thanks, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, a driver of that number 67 machine for Spin Move Racing, Greg Wood. Let's go ahead and bring up your race winner, Brett Bullard. Brett, what an incredible run for you here today. Your teammates pretty much said what the team orders were, is to get everybody up front, which you guys did on the final lap in the tri-oval. How did the race work out for you here today, and what kind of momentum does this do for you next week?
Oh man, it's a lot of momentum. I haven't been doing a lot of racing lately with everything I got going on, so it's nice to finally get back in the car and race with my teammates, and to finish in front of all of it is really special. We all have a pretty competitive attitude towards each other, but respectful, and it was really nice to not have TTR do two TTR things tonight. Usually we end up wrecking each other and finish in the last place, but to take it 1, 2, 3 is pretty awesome. I'm hoping that we can convert that into the Daytona 500 here.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely brings a lot of momentum for TTR heading into Daytona. And unfortunately, I do have to cut this short. But is there anybody you would like to thank before I send you off today?
Oh yeah, my teammates at TTR. I just want to thank them for everything they do and being competitive, being friends, and helping and bringing me on and helping me along the way. And want to shout out Tier 1 Setup Shop. If y'all need any setups or anything like that, or wraps or anything, y'all go check out tier1setupshop.com.
All right. Congratulations again on your race win here. And we will see you next week for the race here at Daytona. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a driver of that number 12 Tier 1 Setup Shop machine, Brett Bullard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to take a real quick commercial break. And when we come back, we will be heading over to duel number 2 right here at Daytona. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. And again, we will return here in just a few moments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Daytona International Speedway as we get ready for the second duel for the Race Wrap Guys Cup Series presented by Crawford. And we're getting ready to set the outside rows for the Crawford 325 next week right here on the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. Again, everybody, welcome back. We are absolutely excited to get everything going here today. Warm-up is just about over as these next set of drivers will tear up Daytona here for 25 laps. Just like last race, if this is anything like last race, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for an absolute treat. Give me one moment here as we're going to get ready to get this thing up and running, ladies and gentlemen. As these drivers are lining up down on pit road. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this race. Starting on the pole, it's going to be Christopher Darling, and to his outside, Tom Bourne. Row number 2, Rylan Facciato and Patrick McQuaid to his outside. Row number 3, Chris Otto will be joined by Christian Ruse. Row number 4, Cameron Coster is going to be joined by Zach Woods to his outside, starting in that P8 position. Row number 5, Trey Whitehead will be joined by Blake Howell on the outside. Row number 5, Brandon Cooper and Dalton McKinney will make up row number 6. Row number 7, Jeffrey Klinsma will be joined by Charles Childress. Row number 8, Peyton Holland and Justin Hutchinson will make up row number 8. Logan Gill, Matt Metler will make up row number 9. And rounding out the field here today, it's going to be Alonzo King in that number 80 machine, starting on the inside of row 10 in that P19 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is absolute going to be pure chaos, just like we saw in the previous race, then ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to pull your belts tight. I've got my seatbelts on. Let's get your seatbelts on, and let's get this second duel underway as these drivers come down the back straightaway. Right before we take the green flag. Good shot here of our currently 18 drivers on track. Alonzo King was unable to get his car started, but we're going to take a look here at Christopher Darling, Tom Bourne. Get ready to bring this field to the green flag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pace car is getting ready to peel off, and this is going to be duel race number 2 for the Race Wrap Guys Cup Series right here at Daytona International Speedway on the iCast Racing Network, presented by Milwaukee. And we are green flag racing once again here at Daytona, as the field will quickly head over to the high banks of turns 1 and 2. That inside lane was quickly formed between the 11 of Darling, Rylan Facciato, and I believe that was Chris Otto down there on the inside of that number 88 machine, as they will fly down the back straightaway here for the first time in this second duel race. That outside lane, Tom Bourne getting squirrely off the front bumper of Patrick McQuaid, but they were able to get themselves sorted out, but they also took over the race lead here, and they will slowly move their way down in front of Darling on that inside lane, and that's going to put, I believe that's going to be that number 14 of Christian Ruse to the lead on the outside road there. And let's see what Zach Woods in that number 60 can do right behind Ruse, and see if they can get back up towards the front. Really great side-by-side racing here on lap number 2. A lot of movement actually happening back here in the back. One car gets shoved down on the inside, and they're going to go 3 wide with that 60 machine of Zach Woods going all the way up, as we have trouble back here in the back. Not sure why that happened, but ladies and gentlemen, Alonzo King was able to get his race car fired, so he will actually be joining us out on the track. But let's go back, take a look, see why we're under caution. That number 24 machine just gets on the into that number 54 of Brandon Cooper, sending Cooper sideways. That 10 of Justin Hutchinson hard on the brakes, not able to avoid contact, but he got turned just enough to bring out the yellow. So it wasn't that too bad. Let's go back, take a look at it one more time. All right. Yeah, so Alonzo King in that number 80 machine, he's come on out and joined us from McCurdy'sville, West Virginia. Glad to see that you made the field, Alonzo. We do have a couple of people here electing to come on down pit road. And they will come on out and rejoin the field. It looks like we got one more lap, or two more laps here of caution. You know, just as I anticipated, ladies and gentlemen, this first race definitely got off to a pretty interesting start. As we take a good look at the muffler man, Patrick McQuaid. Really good look on his paint scheme. Race wrap guy, Christopher Darling, right behind him. Darling out of Harpersville, New York. Chris Otto out of Robinson, Illinois. He's hanging strong in that red line racing machine. Trey Whitehead out of Claiborne, Texas. I want to apologize to Trey. Last week it was showing white wood, and in fact, when I went and looked, it was on my side. So Trey, you did nothing wrong. It was all on me. So I apologize. Typo. But I mean, I got a whitewood street down the street, and we use it all the time. So I mean, you can't blame me for typing. Okay, you can blame me, but that's beside the point. But we're gonna go ahead and get doubled up here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go back green flag racing right here at Daytona. A lot of good racing left to come in the second heat race, second duel, to get ready for next week's race right here on the iCast Racing Network. Nothing wrong with giving a little bit of loving right there. I think I need to make that EOL logo a little bit bigger. Let me quickly make a note of that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the field is coming out of a turn number 3. Sorry, turn 4. Coming back to the start-finish line. Pace car, get ready to throw it off into the pits. And we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing right here at Daytona International Speedway. Green flag is out, presented by Milwaukee. 20 laps to go for the second duel to determine the outside starting lineup for next week's big event for the Race Wrap Guys Cup Series. Good side-by-side 3-wide racing early on here as they come down the back straightaway. As they will go ahead and double up 3-wide, multiple rows deep here, heading up here into turn number 3. That number 14, Christian Ruse, all the way up high. That 60 machine in the middle of Zach Woods. And they will go ahead and get themselves sorted back down 2 wide. But yeah, now they're going to go 2 wide. Here in the front of the field, you know what they say, ladies and gentlemen, when one race is absolutely calm, the second one is pure chaos, as we have one car up in the wall. 4 wide here at Daytona. The 54 gets turned up into the wall. That's Matt Metler in the 51, not able to get off of the wall, and he got into Brandon Cooper in that number 54 machine. Really tough break here for these two drivers now with so much damage. But the green flag is still out. We are 3 wide back here for right about that 7th place. Christian Ruse all the way up top. I don't know. I lost everybody. More contact back here in the back. You guys, we still have 18 laps to go. Let's get things settled down and moving. And that is exactly what has happened now up here in the front of the field. Everybody now running single file until you get back to right about Alonzo King in that 80 machine, as he's looking to go high on the 25, but goes ahead and scoots it right back down in the middle. And here comes that 19 machine, Blake Howell, trying to make it all by himself. He gets ran up the track on the exit of turn number 4. That inside lane, trying to slow down the momentum of that inside lane. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back double wide. One car squeezing themselves back in line on the inside. That would be that number 6 machine of Logan Gill. And that just destroys the outside lane's momentum. But on the exit of turn 2, they are still side by side back there for right about that 12th, 13th spot. That 6, Logan Gill on the outside, now having help between Trey Whitehead and that number 46 of Dalton McKenney on the outside. And now they're going to get up with that number 18 of Penton Holland. He's going to lead the field on the outside out of turn number 4. And now these 6 drivers are going to see what they can do to start moving up through the field. But that 60 machine of Zach Woods, he will go ahead and suck it back down to the inside, leaving now 6 cars back to the outside. So I guess they lost one but gained another, and the 14 of Christian Ruse, he's now going to lead that outside lane out of turn 2. and back down the back straightaway. Those drivers trying to get a run on Blake Howell, which they will start doing. He'll contact, big trouble into turn number 3. The 2 is around. Logan Gill, Trey Whitehead involved in this one. A tough break for these drivers over here, especially that driver number 2 of Cameron Coster, Logan Gill, and that number 6 machine. And Cameron Coster seems to be dead in the water over here in turn number 4. He is going to get a tow back to the pits. And that's going to bring out our second caution here of the evening. Let's come back here, take a look, and see what started all this mayhem heading up here into turn number 3. So it looks like it actually started, yeah, it all was a big check up there with the 2 machine of Cameron Coster. Let's go back just a little bit to catch the beginning of that. So you see the 2 just get right hooked up into the wall from that number 80 machine of Alonzo, and that put the 2 right in front of the 6 and the 23 of Trey Whitehead. So definitely very unfortunate for these 3 drivers here, as we're going to go back, take a look at it one more time at full speed. Heavy damage there for Logan Gill out of Hammond, Louisiana. But lucky for them, they do have one fast repair, so just like that, he's got a beautiful race car once again. So this is actually going to benefit Matt Metler and Brandon Cooper in that number 54 machine. As both of these drivers, they did have issues back there. But Brandon Cooper, he will be your lucky dog candidate. So we are going to be highlighting our lucky dog candidates the best we can. I forgot to set up my button, so I apologize about that. However, I can do this. Image. Ta-da! So, Lucky Dog will be presented by weltsclothing.com every single race. And the recipient this time is going to be Brandon Cooper in that number 54 machine. I believe now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Daytona. Pace car is off. Tom Bourne, Patrick McQuaid will bring the field to the green flag as they get into the restart zone. And we are green flag once again here at Daytona. That 16 Tom Bourne out to a good start. He will go down in front of Patrick McQuaid. And that puts Chris Otto to the outside leader as he has that number 10 of Justin Hutchinson right behind him. As you see Otto now running side by side with McQuaid on the exit of turn number 2. That outside lane finally getting themselves more momentum. Here comes Christopher Darling in that number 11. They're going to look to go 3 wide here on the... Whoa, big move there. The 88, big move. Chris Otto jumping up, blocking that outside lane of that number 19 machine of Blake Howell. And now here comes that 80 machine there of Alonzo King jumping to the outside 3 wide. They will clear the middle lane. And right behind them, he's got Matt Metler now making his way up here into the top 6 at the moment. Still stuck to the outside there is that 19 machine. Finally getting some help from the 60 machine of Zach Woods as they will climb out of turn 2. Still running 3 wide on the back straightaway. Right now, it's a complete madhouse coming down the back straightaway. The 80 all by himself, but here comes Matt Metler trying to give him a nice little shove into turn 3. And now they're going to get a little bit 3 wide action behind them. Zach Woods kind of running, I believe that was the 24 up the track just a little bit. And here comes Zach Woods once again trying to make something on that outside lane all by himself. It's not going to work. He's just going to drop right back down in line. Heading back here up here to Alonzo King in that number 80. Getting a really good push from that 51 of Matt Metler. Trying to get that outside lane moving to start moving back up. We got 1, 2, 3, 5 cars on the outside. Everybody else down on the inside. That outside lane slowly starting to creep their way up beside that 11 of Christopher Darling. The 77 McQuaid will jump out from that 3rd spot. Pick up the 80 machine of King. And now they will lead the outside. And here comes the new 3rd place jumping up. And so does Tom Bourne. He's going to go up and block that number 11 from advancing. And that's going to put 3rd place 3 wide with that 77 McQuaid to the outside. The 11 on his inside. A couple cars contact into the outside wall as the first 8 cars it will seem will get clear of the 3 wide action. Coming back down here on the back straightaway. Tom Bourne using the entire track. He is not wanting anybody to get round of him. Coming to the line this time. 8 laps to go. Christopher Darling in that 11 machine. He will get back to the race lead. On the exit turn 4, 1 car in the wall. They're going to go 3 wide on the back, out of 4 into the tri-oval. With that number 19 machine still stuck in the middle. The 25 up top. That's Ryan Facciato. As they will go ahead and continue to run 3 wide up here in turns 1 and 2. Facciato, the 80 machine, King up into the wall, and that's going to allow Brandon Cooper now to get around him. As you see the 80 now try and go back to the outside of Cooper, all by himself. Yeah, he's going to make it happen by himself, but as they climb up here into the banking, he's going to squeeze his way down. He passed him all by himself around the outside as the action is now picking up for right about that 5th spot between Christopher Darling, Justin Hutchinson, as these drivers are now going to run side by side across the line. 7 laps to go right here at Daytona. The 60 machine climbs up the banking, looking to get a run on the 11. barely brushes the wall. The 19 brushes the wall as well. Here they come. One car hard into the wall. That's going to be... who is that? That's going to be the 80 of Alonzo King as he gets shoved out of the way. And now we are back up here with your race leaders. Up here in turns 3 and 4. Tom Bourne, Dalton McKinney, all running side by side on the edge of turn 4. 3 wide for that second spot. Trouble on the front straightaway. The 16 in the wall. Couple cars hard into the wall. 77, nowhere to go. The 6 is involved here as well. Matt Metler once again involved. Tom Bourne, Brandon Cooper all involved in this one. Big trouble on the exit of turn number 4. And we're going to go back, try to see what just happened. So that outside lane started to get greedy. The 16 went up and got in contact with that outside lane. And everything just goes to complete a poop right there. Man, that 50 machine getting major air off the front fence there from that rebound from the safer barrier. Metler almost snuck his way through, but not able to fully clear him. And a lot of drivers still crashing here on the front straightaway as our pace car just drives like nothing is ever happening. I think we're going to need to have a little talk with him as we see Tom Bourne driving backwards. Now he's going to... Oh, I lied. A little bit more contact. Why not? We got a couple torn up race cars. Why not a couple more? You know, it's all good and fun. Why not? So we're going to go back, watch that one more time, full speed. Oops. Sorry. Wrong person. One more time. Just... that 16 just tried to make a hole that just wasn't there. Hard contact between Metler and the 25 machine. All right, so we're going to go green with just maybe 3 laps to go. I hope you guys are enjoying this race so far, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when we are going live. Our next event right here on the iCast Racing Network is going to be this weekend at 8 p.m. Sunday nights Eastern for the Next Level Gaming Community race at Kansas. You are definitely not going to want to miss that, ladies and gentlemen. But this is my own personal channel, but this is not the only channel I broadcast to. You will also catch me over at Racers Elite Network as well, along with Sensational TV starting in February. And also special events with the Major Series, all covering all of their amazing action over there. So make sure you guys go like those channels as well. You will catch me multiple times over on Racers Elite mainly, along with iCast right here. So hope you guys like what you see. Hope you guys join us for other races as well. And as you see, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting we're now getting ready to duke it out for about 3 laps, I want to say. look at the field come out of turn 2. So many beautiful race cars here in this series, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just absolutely in shock. Let's just bounce around, take a look at a few of them here before they get up here in turn 3. A 1 car just absolutely just stopped on the backstretch. That right there is what we call a connection issue for your wheel. Definitely unfortunate there for Justin Hutchinson. Hopefully he can get that taken care of before we go back green flag racing. There he goes. Now he's going to start moving. All right, pace car is in, and we are back green flag right here at Daytona. 3 laps to go. Whose race is it going to be? Dalton McKinney out to a very early lead here on this restart, followed by Chris Otto, Chris Darling, Jeffrey Klinsma will join them in the top 4 here, followed by Blake Howell. So now these drivers getting themselves sorted out here for the final 3 laps. Big movements, big jumps back here as we have, I don't even know who that is anymore. The 19 of Blake Howell, he jumped to the outside lane, but so did Chris Otto. He's looking for the race lead on the exit turn number 4. And he's getting a good push by Christopher Darling. And trouble, there goes Chris Otto, hard into the inside wall. But we're going to stay green flag racing, 2 laps to go. 3 wide for the race lead now. More movement around. 3 wide all around. 3 wide there for the second spot. That 19 trying to make his bumper wide, not able to get down in front of Dalton McKinney as they exit turn number 2. Now down the back straightaway, 2 laps to go. Still bunch of movement back and forth for all these drivers. This is it to determine the outside lane. The 51 machine of Matt Mittler looks like having a little bit of radio connectivity issues there. Blake Howell on the exit of turn number 4. He is going to bring the field to the white flag presented by Crawford. Contact, couple drivers around, and now that's going to leave just about 3 drivers out here all to their lonesome selves. 4 or 5 drivers, there's still a small chance that that little second pack right there behind can get around them. Down the back straightaway, Trey Whitehead, Peyton Holland, but here comes Blake Howell and Christian Roos to the outside. They are going to run side by side. This is going to be an absolute drag race. But here comes Klinsma and Mettler. Are they going to try to make a run on the inside? Not able to get there and come into the race line. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Blake Howell. And we got trouble in the tri-oval here once again. Couple cars hard into the outside wall. That 18, Peyton Holland, taking an absolute pounding, coming to the checkered flag. But ladies and gentlemen, Blake Howell in that number 19 machine, driving that Monster Energy machine out of Dixon, Tennessee. He will bring home your race win, followed by Christian Roos in that number 14, and Matt Mettler, Magic Matt on the mic, will bring it home third. What an incredible last 2 laps. Let's come back here, take a look, see what we can happen, or take a look and see what happened coming right after we took that white flag. It looks like just a lot of movement here out of some of these drivers. Trying to get a good look here. Yeah, so that 15 got turned. The 16 there involved as well. Alonzo King spinning around as well, as along with Rylan Facinato. He has issues here as well, so definitely very unfortunate for a lot of these drivers. And then we're going to fast forward to the 19 of Blake Howell making that run to the outside. Absolutely just going for it. And then unfortunately, Mettler back there having a little bit of radio connectivity issues. And right here, Howell knew he had it. Ruse knew he got clear. He tried to make a move, but Howell went down as well. And unfortunately, the 23 got up into the 15, and that allowed Matt Mettler to sneak around into that, hard contacts, into that third spot there, post checkered flag. Very, very unfortunate there for those drivers, but looks like we got our top 3 over here lined up at the start-finish line. Looking all pretty for us. Yeah. It's looking all pretty. Let's see what... Yeah, can't get a good eye here. But, man, what... Overall, just what a phenomenal finish to this race. Oh. All right, that one works. We'll go with that one. But let's go ahead and take a quick moment and take a look here at your race results. And once again, Blake Howell for Titletown Racing will bring it home first. Christian Ruse will bring it home second. Matt Mettler will bring it home third. Jeffrey Klenzma will bring it home fourth. Trey Whitehead will bring it home fifth. Peyton Holland, Patrick McQuaid, Charles Childress, Logan Gill, and Dalton McKinney will round out your top 10. Justin Hutchinson, Tom Bourne, Rylan Facinato, Chris Otto, Alonzo King will round out your top 15. And Christopher Darling, Zach Woods, Brandon Cooper, and Cameron Coster will round out your field for today. Really great racing all around, and before we run off, let's go ahead and try to get a word here with our race winners. Let's go ahead and bring up driver of that number 51 machine for Red Line Racing Team, Matt Mettler. Matt! What a finish on that final lap.
What is up, buddy?
Man, talk
I
us.
told you, man, you just got to send it. From worst to third on the final lap. Dude, it was just time and runs that whole race. And I know it got dirty there. Every time I got going, the 54 somehow, somebody took me out, and that wasn't intentional. But, man, I wouldn't drive like that if it wasn't for the guys over at PGR and the great teammates I have around me. I got to thank Alan Dobbs, DJ Daniels. Those guys are incredible talents, and they elevate me to be better. And Chris Hupke for putting this league on, you for being up there in the booth. I wanted to put on a show for you, man, and I knew when they got by me, we're going to time it. We're going to have it in real good shape there. And I seen Jeff Kinsley in the 15. He had that whole 100 shot of nitrous ready to rock. So him and I just let it rip tater chip. And my God, we were flying. Something happened to him. His car blew to pieces. And next thing I know, across the line, P3, we'll take it. That's a heck of a way to start the season off. Hopefully we can carry this momentum into Daytona because it's a limited season here for me, limited starts, but can't get much better than that. Hope you enjoyed it up in the booth, buddy.
I absolutely did. And I mean, you just took over my job as you usually do. But yeah, I mean,
sorry.
No, you're good. You kidding? It makes my job a heck of a lot easier. So all around, oh man, what an incredible run for you. Like you said, you came home from practically dead last, and talk us through the one that I am really curious on. Talk us through that absolute crazy run that you guys had coming down the back straightaway. Because I thought at that point, the top four absolutely had it. There was no way coming out of turn 4. You guys tried to go 3 wide, but they were quick to close that gap, and then chaos ensued. What was it like coming from almost a full and 1.5 second back to catch those guys at the line?
Well, you got to remember, I mean, that 15, Jeff, I mean, he knows how to go fast. He's got some big-time afterburners in that car when he wants to use them. And this new draft package, man, it's incredible. You can really generate some big-time momentum if you know how to use it. And like I said, I got to thank PGR eSports and all those guys, because without them, that wouldn't be possible. And it's Daytona, right? You got to have some luck, and we just did it at the right time. The 15 was there, and I knew at that moment, if I was just to hook up with him, we were going to go places, and that's what we did. And my God, I didn't think we were going to come that fast. I keyed up, and I told Jeff, I can't see, I am blind, but I am not lifting. You're driving this crazy thing. And he just sent it. He put it in all the right places. I feel terrible for what happened to him at the end, because he deserved to get on the podium. But, man, what a freaking final lap here. That was rowdy. That was a lot of fun, and hopefully that's a glimpse of what we can see here in the actual main race at Daytona next week.
Absolutely. Definitely looking forward to it. Alrighty, Matt. Well, you answered all my questions. You thanked everybody already, so I'm going to go ahead and throw you back down. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish there, Matt, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver that number 51 Red Line Network, Racing Network, driver Matt Mettler. Let's go ahead and bring up your 2nd place driver of that number 14 Grind Machine, Christian Ruse. Christian, this is Mike up at the booth. Got a copy?
I sure do, sir. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, brother. Man, what a run for you here today. You were up and down most of the day, but up in the top 5. Talk us through that final run there, and what do you think you should have done differently to be able to get past Blake Howell there for the race win?
Oh man, that last run was nuts. To be honest with you, I don't think there's anything I could have really done different to get past Blake other than try to side draft him a little bit, but my inside wasn't very clear, so I don't know if I could have got alongside him. Really, yeah, that last run, we knew it was going to be hectic. I don't think any of us really realized how hectic it really was going to be there. Coming down to it, the wreck, I think, or the small wreck with 2 to go that didn't throw a caution, and then the bigger one with 1 to go going into turn 1 there. The seas just parted for me. I was able to keep the draft, and I knew if I wanted to win, I had to hold on to somebody. Blake is somebody that I've raced with in the past. And I knew that he was going to be making a move. He's aggressive. He's not going to sit around and settle for 3rd. So I was glued to his back bumper from the second I got to him until the second we came off of turn 4. That was going to be my only shot there if we could clear the inside. Just didn't quite get it done soon enough. But you know what? All props to Blake there. He was aggressive all race, clean but aggressive, and he got it done. I'll take 2nd place here. I've had really bad luck the past couple seasons at super speedways. I had 1 win and a couple good shots at other wins that just end up falling apart at the end. So this is a great start for the season opener next week, and hopefully I can finish a couple spots better.
Beautiful, and you pretty much answered all my questions without me asking them. Is there anybody that you would like to thank before I let you run today?
Yeah, Grind Sim Racing, Adrenaline Rush Coffee Co., the Smoke Pit, um, Wide Open Wraps, Chris Hubka for doing my paints here, Lafler Labor Services, you for putting on the broadcast this week and every week moving forward. Um, Shoot, I'm probably forgetting a couple. The guys in the league were awesome tonight. That was some really crazy racing, but really close and for the most part really clean. So I got to give everybody props for that. Hopefully it stays that way the rest of the season. And huge thanks to my wife too. We're due with our second kid here in a couple weeks. Not sure
Aw.
how much I'll be able to race here coming up. And she's not feeling the greatest right now. So huge props to her for letting me do this, and hopefully I'll be able to keep racing full time this season.
Well, congratulations on that front as well, and well, hopefully you can come out and take a win next week for the new babes, and congratulations again on your second place, and we'll hopefully see you next week.
Thank you much, sir. Have a good one.
You as well, ladies and gentlemen. A driver of that number 14 grind Chevrolet, Christian Ruse, and now let's bring up the man of the hour, Blake Howell, driver of that number 19 Monster Energy machine for Titletown Racing. It is a TTR race wins here today. TTR taking the race win over in duel race number 1, and Blake, you got it here done in heat race number 2. Talk to me that last lap. What was going through your mind going down the back straightaway?
Well, starting from the front stretch, had the lead at the white, and I was prepared to block wherever I needed to go, and I went one way, and I just guessed wrong, and the 23 got by, and then they all wrecked behind me. I kind of thought it was done at that point, but luckily Christian got through and was able to give me a push, and down the backstretch, it was just tandem racing. Me and Christian got linked up, and we were able to get a run. Then there was the third tandem behind us that went with our lane instead of the bottom, and all I had to do was just throw one block off 4, and it was done.
Yeah, that was a absolute beautiful block, and we don't really get to see it very often here in iRacing, and it worked. And you absolutely made it work on the exit turn number 4. So you knew at that point coming to the start finish line this race was yours. And we kind of saw Christian kind of think about trying to pass you there coming to the line, but you were able to sneak down in front of him there as well. Just all around, how was your race, and what kind of momentum does this do for you, knowing that you're going to be starting in the 4th spot next week?
Oh, it's big. It's a very track position heavy car. So being up near the front early is really important. But for this race in particular, I just tried to be as aggressive as possible the entire time. So it's track position cars, so sitting around and doing nothing is not going to net you anything. So tried, just kind of threw everything I had at it in the early race, learned what I could and couldn't do, and got lucky at a couple points, especially with that last wreck, barely missing that, and was able to put what I had learned early in the race to use at the end.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations on your race win here today. Starting P4 next week. And before I let you go, Blake, is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Titletown Racing, Wes Fuller, bringing me on. Red Duck Comics. I think that's about it. 1-3, Chris Papa, good button box. But yeah, that's about all I got.
Alrighty, well, congratulations again on your race win, and you'll be starting 4th next week, and we'll see you next week for the Crawford 325.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 19 Monster Energy Toyota Camry for Titletown Racing, Blake Howell will bring home the race win. What a phenomenal night of racing that we got to experience here on the iCast Racing Network for this amazing group of drivers for the Race Wrap Guys Cup Series. next week, or I should start by saying tonight we have fully got the lineup down for the Crawford 325 right here on the iCast Racing Network next week. We will be going live about 8:50 p.m., getting ready for their biggest race of the season, and it's going to be happening all right here, again, on the iCast Racing Network. All around, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible race. What, if anything, from tonight will lead us into next week, it is just telling us that we have an amazing race coming up. You guys don't want to miss it. I'm not going to miss it. Well, I can't miss it. But let me tell you what, it's going to be awesome. I hope you guys pack your bags. I hope you guys get your snacks. Hit your seatbelts. Get down, buckle tight, because we're going to let these guys loose right here at Daytona next week. On behalf of myself, right here on the iCast Racing Network, I'm Mike Taylor. And everybody for the eSports Oval League, we want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank Fabricated. I want to thank so many drivers. We got Milwaukee. I want to thank them so much. weltsclothing.com. Top it off, Hot Sauce Company. And Milwaukee. I believe I said Milwaukee. Just a lot of really good, Muffler Man, Crawford. Thank you guys so much. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it right here. You guys have yourself a beautiful night. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, you go and make it fun. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week when we run the Crawford 325 right here at Daytona. Have a good night.
Been a production of the iCast Racing Network powered by iRacing. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for notifications for all of our live events right here on YouTube and Twitch. We would like to thank SDK Gaming for their production overlays that makes this event enjoyable. Until next time, happy time zones.